What's up, guys? I'm Dano, and this is Mouth of the South, and here with me, as always, is Mason. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing a lot better after that A&M game. But we are here to talk about SEC football, and we're going to drop in a lot more about, more that's going on in the college football world, not just straight SEC. And to do that, we pulled in a guest to help us get a better perspective. He is a big Michigan State fan, so we're going to hop in here and see what he's got to say, and we're going to talk about the different philosophies that teams have been using and the ones that have kind of swapped up a little bit. And there's been a couple this season for sure. But Chris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. It's a pleasure to be on the show. How are you guys?
We're doing great, man. We're proud to have you, and we thank you for hopping on and helping us out. So, do you have any big takeaways from this last week in the college football world?
Yeah, I didn't know how good Swift was until last week.
Yeah, he really put on a show against Notre Dame, and to be honest with you, I was surprised by Notre Dame.
Yeah,
man. But he was I felt like he was the best player on the field, and that's what I was like, damn, he's good.
Oh yeah, for sure. What was his total yardage? Let's look at that real quick.
I think that people really need to stop focusing on Jake Fromm because he's one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the whole country.
He's a game manager, though. He may not put up ridiculous stats, but he's a game manager. Let's see how many yards Swift had. 18 carries for 98 yards. I mean, that's still pretty solid.
Did you guys end up seeing any bit of the stats from that guy from Wisconsin and Michigan?
Nuh-uh.
The Jonathan Taylor, the running back for Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he had over 200 yards easily. I mean, I saw his stats at halftime, and they were just outrageous.
We can look it up. Let's see, Jonathan. Oh my gosh, 23 carries for 203 yards. He had a day.
That's what I was saying. On Michigan, he had a day.
What's your thoughts on Michigan? Is that is that a big rival? I would assume. Or is Ohio State a bigger one?
You know what it really is? It is until high school, but it's not a big rivalry in other states. Because our biggest rival is Ohio State because we play them at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? You never see someone from Ohio, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was just curious.
Notre Dame and USC.
Yeah.
Everyone watches the game, but they never really see the fans.
It's not like bumping into them and talking trash to each other about the game.
Well, that shit might happen just because everyone bandwagons both teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got a lot of bandwagoners, especially in today's college football.
Man, what about Clemson?
Oh yeah, man. There's all kinds of bandwagoners for Clemson now, especially as they've been getting hot these last couple of years. I have a buddy. His wife decided to start going for Clemson maybe a year or two before they started getting good, and he's a big Alabama fan. So, needless to say, they butt heads during the college football. Which let's be honest, Alabama fans they're hardcore.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's nothing like that. Around here, it's nothing like Alabama fans. They love that shit.
Which I'm not going to say anything, man. Just the state of Alabama itself, like the Iron Bowl for sure. The Iron Bowl it's a big game, and people like that. I mean, you can ruin relationships over that.
Absolutely.
It ain't no joke.
And speaking of banging heads, as a Tennessee fan, you don't really bang heads with anything. You just bang your head on the wall because you have to watch that crap.
You bang it in the dumpster.
Well, I mean, not really.
Do y'all
the
still have
dumpster's
that?
on the field.
Do they still do the what is it?
Can?
The props, the turnover props.
I they don't get turnovers, so probably not.
What's your favorite turnover prop, Chris?
Probably the original one from the U.
Oh yeah, the chain.
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah, I like the chain. I like the chain and the. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like Alabama's like wrestling belt. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Didn't someone just or a team just come out with the turnover sword?
No, I don't know. I haven't heard about that one.
I don't think it was a really big school, but
Seems dangerous, but I like it.
That's what I was saying. Like, there's a lot of cool ones like shit like that.
Oh, Georgia has the what is the spiked like Road Warrior looking shoulder pads.
yeah.
Oh, those are from a wrestler, aren't they?
Yeah, the Road Warriors.
Yep.
Yeah, those are cool. But anyways, we can talk about last week's games and our biggest takeaways, and then we'll kind of. Well, first off, let's talk about what you want to talk about, Chris, before we start moving farther.
Sure, we can actually. I really just want to talk about the LSU right now, like the new offenses and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, honestly, bro, they're kind of bringing back the option. It's kind of like going old school, like in way back football. A lot of teams are playing like, but they don't play like Navy. They play like straight shotgun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like 50-50, it almost feels like.
There's especially like, and there's like a bunch of RPOs with the options too now.
Yeah, and it's like they know how to use all the backs and stuff because I honestly feel like there's just a lot of teams and they have players that are just like drafted as athletes. Like they might have played 3 positions in high school.
I don't know like every team status with that, but I know like a team, you know, the team I go for, Auburn, I know our running back actually wasn't even recruited as a running back. He was recruited as a quarterback. I mean, or he was a quarterback in high school. That makes it more clear.
Yeah, I've seen them. I was going to talk to you about him. How do you feel like he is at running back, though? Because he can move low.
I mean, for him just to be a sophomore, and I mean, he had a lot of like nagging injuries last year, but he's turned out to be a really. I mean, he's our guy. I mean, we have a bunch of different running backs that Gus likes to swap in and out, but he's the main guy that. I mean, let's be honest. Gus likes to give it to one guy and run him in the ground like 40 times. But he's the second top running back in the SEC, and I think he's number 13 in the nation.
Yeah, he can move. I like him. I like him a lot.
But I'll be honest with you. I like who you got on Heisman watch right now?
Nobody in particular. There's a lot of big names.
Who's your top 3 guys? I'm just totally curious.
I want Hurts to win, but he just got injured. Like that's who, like in the beginning of the season, that's who I had.
You say he got injured?
Didn't he, or did I just hear some shit?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. We could look it up. That's gonna suck if he did get injured though, because I'm not gonna lie. I want Jalen to win too. I think I don't know. He's got great character. Mason may disagree.
I mean, I don't want Jalen to win. No, I don't think he should win.
Why?
Because he's done nothing impressive. He's shown me absolutely nothing as a quarterback. I mean, he's a great runner.
He broke a record his first game at Oklahoma.
Against who? Who'd he play?
Who did they play?
They ain't played nobody.
Well,
Dano.
That's true, but I mean, let's be honest. If we're all talking about LSU, who have they played other than Texas?
Well, you can't say other than.
You dog my man Jalen Hurts like that.
Yeah, Chris is getting mad over here, man.
Bro, because here's the thing, bro. Like, he was playing with Alabama when they were young, and he would really kind of make some shit shake. I mean, he had a really good, like, freshman year.
And I'll be honest with you, especially living in Alabama, I know a couple of my friends, I mean, they dog Jalen, and then he hops in the SEC championship last year and pretty much wins them the game, and then then they want to start talking up Jalen again, like
I mean,
it's like do they deserve it?
You say he pretty much won them the game, but really he just pretty much done his job as a backup quarterback to come in there and
But how many games have you seen where the
backup?
How many
other quarterbacks are doing that shit though?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but you're talking Alabama. They're recruiting 5-star quarterbacks. They've got a line of quarterbacks that
so Jones
could come
a
in there.
5-star quarterback.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know for sure if he is recruited.
I'm not
going to
say he's the best passer out of the whole nation. But,
because you'd be lying if you did.
Well, yeah, but he's an athlete, man.
Exactly. He's not a passer.
I'm just saying, like, Tua was struggling, especially with that ankle injury, and I think it honestly cost him once it got towards the Clemson game. I think it was just a nagging injury that finally just got the best of him, especially with Clemson's D-line that game.
Well, yeah, but they were preparing for Tua. They weren't preparing their game plan for Jalen. When Jalen comes in there, he changes the whole offense because he can move a lot better than Tua can.
I think Georgia just can't handle the second stringer, man. Because every time they've lost to Alabama, it's been to the second string quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna be honest though. The thing I like about Jalen Hurts, I was saying, like, when his freshman year, he was focused. Like, he was one of the best quarterbacks I've seen at Alabama. Like, in the past 10 years, like, he could really make some shit happen.
It seems like Alabama's offense started to evolve to this passing offense when he got there, because he started as a freshman. But yeah, getting back to the way a lot of these teams have been changing their offenses, and how do you feel about LSU?
Like, to be honest, I don't think as many wide receivers would have went to Alabama if they didn't have Jalen Hurts, because he was really like dishing it to him. Like, didn't he break like some passing records there?
I'm sure he did. Which I'll be honest, I think he's got a really pretty deep ball.
No.
You don't think so?
I mean, the receivers are making Jalen better. It's not the other way around. I mean, these receivers are going top in the draft for a reason. I mean, it's not because of Jalen Hurts. It's because they have talent.
It's a team effort. I mean, what would you say about Tua?
He's not playing with like some of the best talent in the world. Like, he's playing with like first round picks. But I'm saying though, there's other Alabama quarterbacks who aren't putting up the same numbers that he is.
That's true. I mean, I wouldn't expect, like, say Tua gets hurt, I wouldn't expect Mac Jones in there and go win them the game unless he just manages the game and they figure out how to get the ball going, running the ball.
I'd absolutely expect Mac Jones to come in there and win the game, because at Alabama you're recruited to come in there and do your job.
Yeah, maybe if Tua got hurt this game, they would be able to handle it because they play Ole Miss.
I mean, any game the backup at Alabama should be able to jump in there and control the game and at least manage it to a point to where
Alabama's got some teams on their schedule this year now, especially as the season's progressed. I think LSU could be I don't think LSU's going to beat them, but I think LSU could give them a little bit of headache.
I mean, if you want to see good quarterback play, you're talking about the team to look at right there, LSU. Now that's a quarterback to look at right there.
Yeah, they've been picking on the little guys.
Who exactly has Jalen been picking on? Come on, man.
Well, they played Houston. Houston was expected.
They were one of the worst defenses. I think they were in the
look at LSU
ranked 100s.
LSU let
Vandy. I'm not even comparing teams like that.
Hey, just saying, if you want to go down that road though, LSU let Vandy score 38 points on them.
Yeah, they did. And
with the backup quarterback, because Vandy's starter quarterback got hurt.
Well, I mean, you look at it, Joe Burrow threw 6 touchdowns. He said it's his worst game of the year.
Yeah, well, he's just being modest.
He doesn't strike me as a modest fellow.
I think it'll do a different